Parenting is not just raising children, but it means raising future adults with purpose. Intentional parenting means you don't just react, but you raise children with vision, with value, and with purpose. Hello viewers, you're welcome again to another interesting episode of Diary with SFO. My name is Shio. I believe you have been doing very well. I believe you have been doing good. It's been quite some time now. Today, we are going to be discussing a beautiful topic: intentional parenting. Raising children with purpose. So sit back and let's discuss once again today. Intentional parenting. Raising children with purpose. You know, recently I realized that parenting is not what I thought it used to be. I realized that parenting is not just about loving a child or providing their needs for them. I say this based on what happened recently between me and my children. So during the summer holiday, I enrolled my daughter for mentorship program. And so during the program, it was a virtual, program. And so my son, who happened to be like an assistant to her, usually help her when she needs to get something while the meeting is ongoing. And so because of that, the coach took notes of my son being helpful to his sister. So she promised that after the whole program that she was going to acknowledge my son for a great job well done in assisting. Fast forward to when the program ended, each participant was acknowledged, were awarded, the ones that were given the best reader, the book, whatever, different awards. And so in the group, I observed that my son was not acknowledged. And because I already know that he has been promised to be acknowledged, so he's been waiting for it. Then he saw that his sister was acknowledged and he became hungry. I told the coach in the meeting, in the group, that this thing that you did, you have caused problem, you understand, because I already know him. What I thought was going to happen really happened, truly. And so after the whole thing, I called to say hello to my children. And my son was really hungry. The sister was telling me that he's really hungry, that he was not acknowledged as the coach promised this, that, and that. And now, I called him. I said, what happened? He told me that he was not acknowledged. He was not giving any honor. He was not doing this. He was not doing that. I allowed him to express himself. And then so I called him. I said, let me talk to you. I first of all apologized on behalf of the coach for not acknowledging him. And then I told him, I pointed it out to him. I said, were you part of the people that did the mentorship program? He said, no. I said, so why were you expecting to be honored for what you did not earn? You didn't work for it. Those that were honored, they worked for it. They were mentored. They work for it. They do different kind of things. So why are you expecting to be honored when you did not work for it? You are not part of them. You shouldn't be angry over that. I think he realized it and I was like, wow. And then I went further. I said, moreover, I want you to know that when one person wins, it's all that win. Your sister won. You have won as well. Learn to be happy for your sister. When something good happened to your sister, be happy. Congratulate her. Rejoice with her. When something bad happened to her as well, you join her to mourn it together. Learn to work as a team. Don't allow enviness and jealousy to erupt from your mind. What you just did now is like you are competing with your sister, and it's wrong. Immediately I said all this thing, he realized that, oh, really, what I said was right. And he said, oh, mommy, I'm sorry. I didn't know. And I said, so now what are you supposed to do to your sister? He hugged her and said he was sorry, and he said, congratulations. And after the whole thing, the coach still honored him, and he saw it and he became happy. Now, this is when I realized that parenthood is not just about love, showing love to a child or making provision. It's about adding value to the child. It's about building the child up morally. It's about pointing things out to a child for him or her to know that this is wrong, so that that child does not grow up with that. If I had ignored that thing, it will definitely continue that way. And before you know it, there will be competition between him and his sister. There will be jealousy, rivalry, enviness. That's where it starts from. So today, I want us to talk deeply about intentional parenting. So sit back and let's talk about this today. Once again, thanks for joining me. First of all, why is it important to have intentional parenting? You may ask yourself, why does it matter? Number one, most parents employ the parenting style used by their parents, and that can be dangerous because you end up making the same kind of mistake your parents made with you, thereby recycling the negative effects of those mistakes in the life of your own children. When you repeat the parenting styles of your parents with your own children, the things your parents made mistake with in your own life will be repeated in the life of your children. So you need to be intentional as a parent to sieve out all those areas in your life, to make up your mind that this thing that my dad, my mom did with me, how they did this with me, I mustn't do the same thing with my children. That is why intentional parenting is very essential. Secondly, intentional parenting rules out careless parenting and its dangers, like lack of guidance in children, leaving children to themselves to bring themselves up, and children tend to live a life of no one can talk to me because they're already used to that freedom. That's why intentional parenting is very important for humanity. Number three, intentional parenting has a lot of benefits for children, like making children to have confidence in themselves, building children to have resilience, grit, helping children to grow up with integrity, honesty, adding values to them. That's what intentional parenting do to all these children. As a parent, have this at the back of your mind, giving your children the right tools for life when it comes to intentional parenting. Lastly, children are gifts entrusted into our hands as parents. So intentional parenting is stewardship. When you parent them intentionally, that's stewardship, and God rewards such job. The ministry on its own when you parent your children intentionally. So if you are not even able to do anything in life, at least make sure you parent the children given to you intentionally, making them to turn out well in life. Now, there are 5 keys, or should I say pillars, to intentional parenting. Number 1, vision. How do you help your children in life to get to the peak as designed by God? When you say vision, as a parent, what do you want to see in your child? Who do you want your child to become in life? Once you are able to know the answer to who you want your child to become, then you have to start working towards it. Let the whole of you be seeing that child in that light. Walk towards it. Let your mind run with it. Let your dream run with it. Do things that aligns with who you want that child to become in life. The vision you want for your child, let it be in your head. Picture it in your head at all times and do things that aligns with that vision for that child. Always think about it, always run with it, and nurture that child towards that vision you see in your head. Let the child also walk with you on that journey. Train that child in alignment to that vision. Number 2, value. Oftentimes, children thrive more in routine. So the value you instill in the child starts from routine, teaching them not to tell lies, teaching them humility, teaching them respect, teaching them to be hardworking. Integrity is part of values. A particular routine, you have given them the routine, they are now able to work around it. Their mind is already configured to the routines you have set for them, that okay, during the day you are doing this one, you are doing that one. When you come back from school, you do your homework, you do the dishes, you do all those things. They already know that that is the routine. You are already teaching them to have boundaries in that way as well. You are teaching them discipline as well. Number 3, 5 pillars of intentional parenting. Presence. As a parent, you don't necessarily have to be perfect. No one is perfect. We are all not perfect. But I want you to know that the presence and the gift you give to them does not really matter. Yes, it's good. It's not bad. But your presence is more valuable to them than the gift you give to them. Try to be there for them. Make time for your children. When they are doing things in school, be a present parent. Don't say because you are busy at work. Yes, I know work can make intentional parenting to be difficult, but work around it to be present for them. Be there for them, not only physically present, but even emotionally present. Be there for them emotionally, even if you are not able to go to their school to attend whatever program it is in their school and you could not attend it. When they get back, be involved, be interested, call that child, discuss it with him or her. Let him know that you care about it. That, oh, I'm sorry I couldn't make it, because of mommy's job, because of daddy's work. Okay, so what happened? Gist me. Let's talk about it. There's this joy that comes from their mind that, oh, mommy cares about me, daddy cares about me, daddy really loves me, daddy really wants to know things about me. Sit them down, talk to it about it, gist me. Okay, so what happened today? What did you do? What happened in your class, your teacher? Okay, so who got what gifts? Who got what prize? What did you win anything? Oh, you couldn't. Oh, it's okay, it doesn't matter. Oh, you're still my champ anyway. Things like that. There's a way a child feel. Be present. Emotionally, especially be present, because a lot of children, they are going through a lot of things and you will not know if you don't ask questions. Be discerning your spirit. Be sensitive. Watch that child. A child that is usually happy and active, very social, and you suddenly see that the child withdraws. Check. Find out what's happening. A child that usually talk maybe when you're having family dinner or something, and just quiet all through the time, and you're asking what's up, what's happening, you're not talking, and the child is saying no, nothing. No, probe more, probe further, find out about it. Don't just say she said or he said there's nothing wrong and you just leave that child to it. No, find out what is really, really, really happening to that child. Don't leave it at that. Be present emotionally, be present physically, be present financially, be present in all areas of that child's life. Because every child is writing a story. As human beings, we are telling stories of our life. And the most important chapter of our story is the beginning, the early years of our life. If you miss it as a parent in the life of that child, you have missed in that chapter. How is the child going to fill up the book, the story? You have missed it. The early days of the child, the early years of the child is very important. So be present. Be present. Next is consistency. As a parent, you model consistency in a child. For you to be an intentional parent, have a structure for that child. Like I said the other time, routine. They thrive more in routine. Have a structure for that child. Set up a structure that you go with on a daily basis and be consistent with it. That's how they thrive. That's how they get used to things. Let their yes be yes. Let their no be no. Teach them that. Even you as a parent. That's where integrity comes from. Let your yes be yes. Your no be no. Stand firm on your word. When you promise to do something for them, do it. Be consistent with your word. Be consistent with your action. When they do something, don't say because it's child A, you pardon child A, and when it's child B's turn, you punish child B. No, there should be equality in the house, in the family. Be consistent with everything you do with them. So that, because you are modeling all these things to them and they are seeing it, they copy what you do, not what you say. So take note of all these things. Lastly, communication. As a parent, learn to communicate with your child. Don't just order them around. Don't tell them, you do this, you do that. What about them? What about their own opinion? What is going on in their mind? You don't even know. Ask them. See to it what they are thinking. Ask them what they think. Communicate. Ask questions from them. I want to do so and so thing. What do you think? Dialogue with them. Don't just order them around. Let them know what's happening. When things are rough in the family, communicate with them. Let them know what's happening. Oh, daddy is going through this financial challenges. Mommy is going through this difficulty. They will explain it in their own, in the best way they can understand it. Communicate with them. Don't shut them out of it and think because they are children, they don't need to know. No, they need to know. As little as they are, just explain to them in the simplest language that is well understood by the child. So that when you are giving them, maybe they've been eating in a particular kind of way, and you need to reduce the quality of food or something in the house, they will understand it because you have already communicated this thing to them. So they will know because of what is happening, that's why we are eating this instead of this. Communication. By so doing, you are teaching them to grow up, to learn to communicate with people, because humanity entails communication. So you teach them by doing it at home. I know that intentional parenting can be challenging, yes, because when we look at how busy life is, that's one challenge towards intentional parenting. We have to go out, go look for source for money, a livelihood to take care of these children. So busy life, work, business, but nevertheless, we just have to, find a balance around it. Find a way to still be there for these children, because when we acquire all this wealth and the children we raise, at the end of the day, they are not awesome, it will still bounce back at us. And that same money will still be squandered in future. So it's better for us to be intentional about these children and do what is right with them, so we don't regret it at the later dates of our life. It is what it is. I'm saying all these things because when I sit down at times and look at what I've been through in life, some of the mistakes my parents made with me that made me to go through the hardship, the challenges I went through, they are avoidable, but I wasn't taught the other way around. So let's do something about this generation, so we don't recycle our parents' styles of parenting. We have to be intentional with this generation. Next, what are the practical ways to start intentional parenting? Because some of us are already doing it, which is okay, it's very good. But just in case you come across this video and you know for sure that you have not been doing certain things with your children and you have decided to do it, then these are the practical ways you can use to start it. 1. Creating simple family routine. By so doing, you are creating a bond between you and the children. You have gone to work since morning and that's the only time you have for them for the day. So bedtime stories is good. It's a good start. Bedtime prayers is a good start as well. Then maybe weekend walk or evening walk. If you come back early and you people are not doing anything as a family, you can say, okay, call the children, let's take a walk around the area, let's just take a walk, even if it is 30 minutes. It's even like an exercise. While you are doing it, you are gisting with the children, you are asking questions, you are getting to know things about their days, what happened in school, what happened while we're away. You get to know them, what they are thinking. You ask questions, you tell them about your own experience during the day, what you went through, you laugh it off, you release stress by so doing. You are bonding with them, you are getting to know the children better, they are getting to know you, they are getting to know the world through you, through the bonding. Then a weekly check-in on them. If they are adults, maybe they're already in the boarding school or in the uni, check on them. Don't just leave them to it. Check on them unannounced, especially. Don't just leave them to it. They still need you. Out of your busy schedule, find time. That is intentional parenting. Number 2, model the value you want the children to imbibe. Yes, as you are instilling the value, talking to them about it, you as a parent intentionally model it. Don't tell lies to them or tell lies around them if you don't want them to be lying. Model hard work. Let them see it, that mommy and daddy are hardworking. If you want integrity, model it. Let them see how it is. Don't tell lies, yet let your yes be yes. When you tell them something, stand by it firmly, stick to it. Model what you want to see in those children, not by mouth. Children tend to do more what they see, not what you tell them. They practice what they see their parents do because you are their role model. So they practice more what they see you do, not what you tell them to do. Number 3, use everyday moments for discussion, for conversation, because everybody is busy. But the little time you spend together, conversate with them, communicate with them, gist with them. When you are cooking together in the kitchen, when you are in the kitchen, don't tell them to go and sit down. Allow them to sit in the living room watching TV or in their bedroom pressing phone when they are teenagers or doing something else. Except they are doing something very important like maybe their homework or projects. But if they are not doing anything important, let them sit with you in the kitchen. Be it a boy child or a girl child. Let them be with you in the kitchen while you gist with them. Communicate, conversate. Ask questions. These are things you need to know and look into. Once a child is already 2-3 years, start teaching them sex education. I'm just digressing now. In their own little simple language for a 2-3-year-old child. And don't call penis tin. Don't call vagina like my Yoruba people will say toto or this thing or your kokoro. Some people, no, call it has a name. Don't let them give it another name outside for them. If you don't tell your boy child what private part is called, that it is called penis, these bad people, we give it a name. How hard is that? You can call eyes, you can call mouth, you can call head. The penis is part of the body as well. It's just private. So let the child know what it is. Let the girl know it's vagina. Another name that the pedophiles will call it for him or her. I just digress quickly there. So please, let's take note of it. Use the kitchen as a timeout to communicate, have a conversation with them. Talk to them about life, about the world, about things happening in the world. Talk to them about news ongoing. That's intentional parenting. Don't pretend to them that all is rosy for you. And don't lie to them that as a child, you grew up like this, when you're actually not like that. They will find out when they grow up that you've been lying to them. Use yourself as an example. Let them learn from your mistake. Those are the things you need to do to become an intentional parent. Lastly, celebrate their little growth, not just their achievements. When they do something, when they improve on some, for example, my daughter, I noticed that she's very quick to eating her brother, or maybe when she's angry, she would throw tantrum and throw things away. I fought her over that. I make sure that she stopped. Fighting is not that I was fighting and beating her, no. But I was always on her that this thing you need to stop is not good for you. I explained to her why she needs to stop. I did not keep quiet. I continued over and over again until I noticed she has stopped doing it. And when I just noticed one day that I'm not really on a report like that about her and all that. And I called her, I celebrated her. I told her, I said, I noticed you don't do this again. She said, no, mommy, I don't do it again. It's not good. I realize it's not good. Since the day you've been telling me, I don't do it again. And I celebrated her. I encouraged her, I hugged her. I was so happy. I said, yes, that's good. Celebrate all the little efforts they make, the little growths they make. Not only when they achieve something big. So please, those are the ways you can become an intentional parent. It shows them that when you do that, it tells the children that you are involved in their life. And once you are involved in their life, it tells them that you truly care about them and that you love them. I do hope you are able to gain something today, okay? In case you did, I'm sure you did. Why not just spread this message by sharing this video? Also, hit the like button, drop a comment, 1 or 2 comments concerning this video. And if there's anything you want me to talk about, any topic you want me to treat, feel free to drop a comment. I will take note of it and I will work on it. Whatever it is that you want to talk to me about, please feel free. Remember, as an intentional parent, you are called to call the children into greatness. So, be great by calling your children into greatness. I love you. Have a wonderful evening. God bless you.